What's up, YouTube family? It's your favorite cousin from the Bay, Mina Jamila, and we are going to get ready to get started on this video. But before I get started on my subject here, I am going to pull a card, okay? And these are your love yourself affirmations. And let's see what we have today. With joy, I recognize my perfection and the perfection of life. Okay? Each person is part of the harmonious whole. So what this card is saying, and notice that it says, I recognize my perfection. Okay? The perfection of life. It doesn't say imperfection. I know even myself, you might have a tendency to say, well, I'm imperfect, but I'm perfect. No, this card is saying that you are perfect. Your imperfections, as you would say, or what you might think, are indeed perfection. And you are a part of a harmonious whole, meaning that it's necessary for you to be exactly who you are, when you are, why you are, because you are a part of a whole, just the way that you are, okay? Let's get a couple of more of these. And remember now, these are affirmations. So let's say that, let's not move past that too quick. Let's say that with each other, okay? Because we family. And we take our time with one another. And we really meditate on these affirmations for self-love. With joy, I recognize my perfection and the perfection of life, okay? Each person is part of the harmonious whole. Each person is part of the harmonious whole. And again, not only are you a part of a whole, but your role in the whole makes it even more harmonious. Okay? Harmonious. Harmony. When you think about the word harmony, I think about a perfect situation, a peaceful situation. You think about harmony, it's like everything is just like it's supposed to be. That is what Spirit is saying. That is what this affirmation is saying. Now let's get another one. I am here on this channel to bring you encouragement, to share my personal stories, to talk about different things. We're going to get into all kind of different things on this channel. But my main focus here is self-love, cultivating self-love, understanding self-love, understanding yourself so that you can love yourself. I look for things to be thankful for, okay? I have a perpetual attitude of gratitude. I am content to be who and what I am. I look for things to be thankful for. What are you thankful for today? Huh, family? What are you thankful for today? What are you grateful for? If you can't think of anything, be thankful for yourself. Be grateful for yourself, okay? I have a perpetual attitude of gratitude. I am content to be who and what I am. Now, you might say, well, what does perpetual mean? What does that mean? So let's go and ask. Let's go and ask Google, what does perpetual mean? Hey Siri, what does perpetual mean?
Perpetual means never ending or changing. Do you want to hear the next one?
No, that's good, thank you. Did you hear that? Never ending or changing. So Spirit is saying, loved one, you have a never ending and never changing attitude toward being grateful. No matter what happens, no matter what comes, you're going to remain in the space of being grateful. That's good. Let's get another one. Give me 1 second, family. Just want to make sure I have my notes where they need to be so that when I get into what I came to, the meat of what I came to talk about is there. All right. I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. Let's say it together, family. I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. Is that clear? It's in my cup. I don't know what that is. It's like a shadow. I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. It says, we create habits and problems to fulfill and need. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release the problem. Hold on 1 second, family. Let me get this. My kettle, my tea. I love tea. Here we go. All right. And all right. And I'm drinking milk thistle tea. And I'll talk about that in a little bit, but this is very good. It's very good for your system. It's very good for your liver and cleansing out your liver. So if you drink a lot, or if you take a lot of medication, or if you might have, bad habits, that's a good choice right there. Milk thistle tea. Okay, now back to this. It says, I'm going to repeat that, family. It says, we create habits and problems to fulfill a need. And I just said bad habits. So maybe you're dealing with some habits or something to pacify. It may not be well, I guess it is fulfilling a need, because you might have a need for peace, and maybe you are engaging in a habit that may not necessarily be good for you to find some peace. And I'm not judging you. I understand that. But we want to be healthy and we want to be whole. So we want to find alternative ways to deal with and obtain peace than using substance, because we don't want to become codependent on substance unless it's a prescription medication and you absolutely have to take it because you need it. I'm no doctor, okay? You need it for your medical reason. So, I drink milk thistle. That's because of my own research, but never stop what your provider is giving you or prescribing to you, just to try something that may not be okay for you in your health. So always check with your healthcare provider before trying anything, or if not, make sure that you know that it's okay to try these different things, okay? So again, we create habits and problems to fulfill a need. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release. And you see it says positive. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release the problem. So it's necessary for it to be positive, because otherwise you'll just be pacifying the issue and problem versus getting rid of it. Okay? Now, before I go into the self-love deck, because we are talking about self-love, in which we're always going to be talking about self-love, and we're going to talk about why it's important, okay? And I jotted down some notes, and so I'm going to go into my notes and let you know why self-love is very important. But, you know, off tops, self-love is important because if you don't love yourself, how can you expect anybody else to love you or recognize when someone is loving you? Also, too, self-love is very important because you need to know yourself to really, truly love yourself properly. You'd be surprised at how many things are hidden in the crevices of your heart. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised at how many things you did not realize was there if you do not do the necessary healing and digging and learning yourself, okay? So before we get into that, we're going to get into these angel numbers here, and I have one angel number that I'm going to talk about today, okay? And that is angel number 234. 234. Whether you've been seeing this angel number or this angel number is new to you at this time, angel number 234. This is talking about aligning your thoughts. And I have a book here that I like to go into. It's called The Angel Numbers, okay? And I like to go through this book often, and I'll just open it up to a number, and or if I've been seeing a number repeatedly, I'll go and find a number and see what spirit is saying to me. So this is a really good book that you might want to invest in. It's called The Angel Numbers book, okay? And I got this book from Amazon. And the author is Mystic Michaela. Okay, so angel numbers book. Angel number 234. Align your thoughts. It reads, as you travel along your soul's journey, your angels ask you to align your thoughts and words for support. How does what you say match up with what you want? Journal about a moment recently. Okay, here's a little homework for you. Journal about a moment recently when you said something that opposed what you actually wanted. Okay, so family, that's a little homework for you. Angel number 234. I'm going to put a little mark here so we can go back and refer to that, and we'll check in and see how you did on that. Now I'm going to go into the self-love affirmations, these other self-love affirmations, okay? Because like I said, self-love is so important to me. And thank you for coming and tuning into my channel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. This is for my subscribers, my new subscribers, my coming in subscribers, people who are just here to just check it out and see what we do over here. This is a new channel, but over here you're going to see that I like to take my time, okay? I like to take my time, excuse me, and I like for you to really understand what I'm saying. And I like for you to really take this time out to be still from all your scrolling and just really listen to what your favorite cousin got to say, okay? This card is talking about stillness, okay? And that's what I'm talking about right there. Being able to just sit still for a few minutes. It's been longer than a few minutes, but being able to sit still and hear a message that you feel in your spirit is for you. If you landed here, if you are a subscriber of mine, this message is for you just because that reason alone, okay? So stillness. It says, sit silently. Take a moment to witness the thoughts. Look at that. Now, this is coinciding with the angel number 234. It's talking about thoughts. It says, take a moment to witness the thoughts passing before you just as they have come. Witness them with no added interference, not even an ounce of judgment. Because the moment you introduce judgment, you've just interfered with the purity. Avoid such labels as this is good or bad. These have come from a place of social conditioning and are not pure in nature. I like that. I like that. So as you sit in stillness, just allow your thoughts to come to you and do not judge them. Just allow them to come. It says, sit silently as this energy and thought form passes before you. So this card is simply just talking about being still. Being still and allowing these thoughts to come. Allow them to come and do not judge them, but allow them to come. What else? Emotional immunity. Do not be triggered by their actions, especially when you clearly see the open wound. Meet projection with compassion. Even if you want to match their aggression with force. Protect your energy and rewire the subconscious to not only be compassionate to them, but more importantly, toward the self. I like that because when somebody is, for example, I'll give this example. Every time I go into my local Food Max, it's a girl that works in there. And she can't stand me just for no reason, right? And I know that it has nothing to do with me, but sometimes you just don't be feeling all like that, Sometimes you be like, shit, I had a bad day too. You sitting up here being mean to me, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how I'm feeling. But I like this card because her behavior is a projection. It's whatever insecurity that she's feeling inside about herself. For some reason, she feels like she needs to project that onto me. And yesterday, I got triggered. I'm not even gonna lie. I walked in there and she immediately left out of the store, which was really crazy, right? You leave out of the store. And I don't even go there often. I go maybe once a month. But it's so close to my house, so it doesn't make sense not to go. You know what I'm saying? So she saw me, she walked out. But when I was on my way leaving, she was walking back into the store. I guess she saw my daughter and my son and she realized that I was leaving. So she proceeded to walk back into the store. And she was smoking a cigarette and she made some weird grunting sound. And I got triggered and I said, bitch. Hey, I'm me, and I'm able to let stuff slide a lot, but I was irritated by her projecting her insecurities onto me, and I've got all kinds of stuff through my mind, and it's just like, damn. But I allowed her to trigger me. So I appreciate this card myself. We are all learning. And I like how it ends. It says, but more importantly, toward the self. Because when you allow somebody to project their insecurities onto you and you react to that, it's taking you out of your place of peace, out of your space of peace, right? And so then you are no longer showing yourself love like you was before, because you're upset. You know what I'm saying? You going off, and now your blood pressure is all rising. Now, there are times that it is necessary. I will say that I do believe that sometimes it's necessary for people to get checked. And sometimes it's necessary for people to see that you ain't no sucker. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. But it's also necessary. It's also necessary, majority of the time you have the mindset of understanding that it's a projection. And that a lot of times people do things to trigger you because they feel like you so happy. What you so happy about? Why you so happy? I ain't happy. F your happiness. And they do deliberately do things to screw up your happiness. This is talking about to not judge those projections, but meet those projections with compassion for them, but more so for yourself. Okay? I like that. Because you don't want somebody, you happy, and here come this fool messing you up. And you might have gotten a really great habit at learning to protect your peace. So you're going to get tested like me. I have cut off damn near everybody except for my kids. You understand me? Like, for real. I didn't cut off everybody because most of the people that was in my life was not meeting me with peace. It was just constant projections, constant bull crap. And I said, y'all got to go. Right? So I get triggered in the most least expected scenarios, like going to the grocery store. I'm minding my business. I need to buy some groceries for my family. And, you feel like, should nobody be bothering me then? But I always seem to get triggered in these settings because there's no other time and place where these kind of energies would get to me. And so it is good for me to continue to go into these settings and continue to have these type of experiences so that I train myself not to get triggered. So see, family? So let's work on that. Let's work on not allowing people's projections to trigger us and get us off kilter and get us all upset and angry and mad. And then we're no longer chill. We're no longer feeling like we were feeling. Now, what I want to talk about, the meat of what I want to talk about is understanding how important loving yourself is and getting to know yourself, okay? And this is the importance of self-awareness and self-love, okay? This is very important, and we're going to talk about that. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you my note about self-awareness, okay? Now, self-awareness is the foundation of self-love, absolutely, because when you love yourself, you begin to become aware of those things that are not good that may be within yourself. And so you understand that change is necessary. Okay, so self-awareness is the foundation of self-love. When you truly understand your thoughts, emotions, and patterns now, you can embrace your strengths and give yourself grace for your flaws. Think of it like this, family. You can't love somebody you don't know, right? The same goes for you. You got to know yourself to really love yourself like you're supposed to. When you know what makes you, your values, passions, even your quirks, You start showing up for yourself in a very deep, more meaningful way. You do. Okay? So that is why self-awareness is a key to self-love. Okay? Now, again, remember that in order for you to really love yourself truly, you need to know yourself. You need to know your personality. You need to know what you like and what you do not like. I recently really got into understanding my love language and what I identify as a sapiosocial, a sapiophile, okay, asexual. I can't just have sex with just anybody, but that I have to have a certain type of bond and relationship with somebody first before. So I learned that these have titles. These have, my point I'm making is that these things that make me who I am, they have titles. You know, I'm goofy. I like to laugh, but I also can be very serious. And there's certain things that I do not play about. And if you aren't too sure about what those things are, make that a journal assignment. Add it to the assignment 2, 3, 4. Add it to your assignment about journaling about recently when you said something that didn't match what you wanted. Why don't you also, family, write about what makes you you? Because this is what is going to help you to love yourself. This is all going to be a part of a 10-day series. Okay, so this is day 1. So first thing, day 1, which is today, we are talking about knowing thyself so that you can love yourself properly. Okay? And then so on and so forth. We're going to talk about some other things. And these things all have to do with the importance of self-love and how cultivating these things can help your self-love. And we're going to do that, family. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope that you found something here that you can take with you and you can add on to, and that you will take note of those little journal subjects that I created and make note of those and journal in it. And we're going to come back on the next video, family, on day 2, and we're going to talk about what you came up with. Now, of course, we're not going to have a one-on-one conversation. Not at this time. I will be going live one of these days soon. But I want you to meditate. The point of the journaling for this is for you to know and for you to learn yourself. Again, family, I hope that this resonated with you. Please live and let live, and remember to love yourself first. Until next time.